New York City is known for its many restaurants offering food from around the world, and there's a new chef in town. She's a Lebanese refugee delivering food, spreading culture, and employing a staff as exotic as her dishes. CCTV's Lorna Shattuck went for a visit.
So this is chicken, it's called kashwe.
Manal Kahi may now be running a big industrial kitchen, but her business all started with a simple quest for fresh hummus. When this entrepreneur and activist moved to New York from Lebanon a couple of years ago, she was disappointed with supermarket brands, so she started making her own hummus using her Syrian grandmother's recipe, and it took off from there.
When I mentioned that to my brother Wissam, who's much more business-minded than I, he said, hey, we should sell it. We thought there are so many other cuisines, so many other recipes that, just like hummus, are much better when they are homemade, when they're made with love by someone, who's putting their heart into it. So we decided to open it up to more countries, more cuisines, and have refugees from all over contribute.
This chicken hashwe, a Syrian dish, is just one of the many options available from Eat Off Beat, whose chefs come from countries as diverse as Iraq, Eritrea and Nepal. Founder Manal says the idea is to introduce New Yorkers to new and, yes, delicious cuisine that just happens to have been made by refugees.
Eat Off Beat's 6 chefs, recruited with the help of the International Rescue Committee, have been trained in commercial food preparation by professional Juan Suarez de Lezo. They can whip you up an Iraqi sumac salad, an Ethiopian lentil stew, Nepali cauliflower fritters, and much more. Satakshi Rimal and her mother are refugees from Nepal and both cook for Eat Off Beat.
For my mom, it took her quite some time to adjust to US. For me and my father, it wasn't all that bad because we could speak English and she couldn't. So Eat Off Beat has been like a safe haven for her, similar people, similar backgrounds, mostly similar stories. I think what Eat Off Beat is trying to do is they're trying to give a little bit happiness to the word refugee.
The business is catching on at a time of increased suspicion of refugees, fueled in part by the American presidential election campaign.
It only shows us that there is more need for us to be there and to show that, refugees coming are not necessarily burdens. They don't have to be a burden on anyone. On the contrary, they are bringing with them so much value. They're bringing so much heritage. Our ultimate objective is really to change the narrative around refugees.
It's still in the early stages, only catering to large groups, but Eat Off Beat is already flooded with orders. This feast is heading out the door to feed a group of law students at Columbia University, the latest hungry New Yorkers to enjoy home cooking from foreign lands. Lorna Shattuck, CCTV, New York.